Hello and welcome back to the course on Tableau. In today's tutorial, we're going to recap on what we learned in this section. I felt that we learned quite a few new techniques and that it would be very handy for us to have this recap tutorial so you can always return back to it and just check what exactly we learned and see where you can find the right knowledge that you might be needing in your analytics or data science career. But before we do recap, I would like to ask you for a quick favor. I would really appreciate if you could rate this course and maybe even leave a written review for it. To rate the course, all you have to do is click the button up at the top, which says rate the course. And then if you have some time, I would really appreciate a quick written review. This would really help me out. And moreover, it would help the other students that are considering this course to understand whether this course is worth their while or not. So even if you've received some value from this course already, even if you haven't seen the whole course entirely, but you feel that you've received some value, leave a note and let us know what you thought of the course. And now moving on with our show. So what did we learn in this section? Well, in this section, we learned quite a lot of things. In this section, we learned, first of all, how to create custom territories via groups. So that was the first way we learned how to create custom territories, and it was a very direct approach where you select the geographical objects that you want in your custom territory directly on the map, and then you just create a group from them, and that allows you to create that custom territory. The second approach was how to create custom territories via geographic roles. So this was more of a process-based approach where you have some steps that you need to perform. So you go into your variable that you want to use as your custom territory, and then you create a geographic role for it using another variable that's present in your dataset. Also a very handy approach. Both of them are very powerful. They achieve the same result, but they just different methodologies. So it depends on what your situation is and exactly what type of analysis you're performing. You'd use one or the other. Then we talked about how to use highlighters in Tableau. So highlighters are kind of like filters, but they're not actually filters. So they are a way to highlight data on your charts without interfering with the chart itself, without changing the colors, without changing the shapes or sizes or anything. You can very subtly add a highlighter to perform some quick analytics right on the chart. So this is more of a data investigation, data interrogation type of technique where you can very quickly highlight the different categories that you're after. Then we talked about how to perform clustering analysis in Tableau. And here in Tableau is actually underlined because in older versions of Tableau, you would need to link a tool such as, for instance, R, the programming language of R, in order to perform this clustering analysis. Now, finally, this clustering analysis is available directly in Tableau. And as you can see, it is a very, very powerful feature, which allows you to very quickly derive insights from your data based on some sort of variables that you want to be included in that clustering analytics. Then we also looked at how to use domain knowledge to add external datasets into your analysis. As you recall, we were talking about a startup that deals with people and specifically deals with helping out them with their laundry. So therefore, we thought that a good idea would be to add population into the mix and see how that affects our analytics and the insights that we can derive. And in order to do that, we had to create a cross-database join, which is also another powerful feature. You can create these joins across different sorts of databases or datasets, for example, Excel, SQL, and CSV files, MySQL, lots of different databases and datasets. Of course, there are some restrictions, and hopefully the Tableau team will keep creating more and more possibilities for us in that sense, but already you can perform lots of different joins even across different databases, which is a great thing to have. Then we talked about how to combine regression modeling and clustering. Also a very powerful technique when you combine these two approaches to analytics. As we could see, we derived some very powerful insights and we were able to solve the business challenge at hand. And finally, we talked about how to save clusters for further analytics. So once you've created the clusters, it is always very handy to have them as a group on your dimensions shelf, so you can always later bring it into your analysis and see how those clusters or how those categories that you've created through the clusters affect the other insights that you're deriving from your analytics. And hopefully you enjoyed this section of the course. Please don't forget to leave a review. I'd really appreciate if you could do this for me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, happy analyzing.